What do being crew? It's your boy Savon Thomas. We are back with another episode of Coffee and Comments. Today we're going to review the movie The Flash. Should Ezra Miller's movie even have come out? Let's discuss, but first, we'll take a sip. Welcome back, Being Crew. Again, this is a review of the movie The Flash. Just came out in theaters. Went to go watch it on Saturday. It's been a movie-filled weekend. I've seen it. Flash was 2 or 3 movies I watched this weekend, and it was good. I enjoyed The Flash. So let me start off with saying that it was a good movie, and I understand why they chose to not scrap it after all the Ezra Miller accusations and things going on. Now, for me, I don't know everything going on. I've not looked into everything going on with Ezra Miller. I've just heard things. But it's kind of crazy because you see kind of the counter of that with Marvel and all the Jonathan Major situations. And now the guy, was it Tenoch Huerta, I think is his name, that was in Black Panther 2. They played, what's the guy's name? I forget the character he played. But it's interesting that those accusations for them, it's basically they're already done. People are already talking about Marvel moving on from that character. But for the Flash, it seems like nothing is going on anymore. I don't know too much about the situation, but you would assume that everything's taken care of because this movie still came out. Ezra Miller was on the red carpet. I have no clue what's going on at all. So that's interesting to me, right? It's interesting to me. I'm not going to play the race card there, but it is interesting to me to see kind of the two different sides of DC and Marvel and how things are being treated. And will they keep doing it? I don't know. Apparently, according to my friend, that's a big comic book superhero person, this movie is like a standalone movie. I'm so used to all these different connecting movies with everything, these universes or whatever. But apparently, it's just a one-time movie. So I don't know. I'm not the comic book guy. I'm not a superhero guy. The regular Being Crew knows that. If you're watching this and you never watched videos before, I'm not the comic book guy. So don't get mad at me if my review is not perfect to what The Flash is or whatever. I'm just a guy that watched the movie giving his thoughts, right? So as far as the Flash movie goes, I did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I didn't know the story. I didn't know where they're gonna go with it. I didn't watch any trailer for this movie, so I had no real clue on where they would kind of take things. The last I remember The Flash was from the Justice League movie that Zack Snyder did, and his part within that movie. Other than that, I really didn't know too much about The Flash. I know Barry Allen. I don't know his backstory with his parents. I didn't know his mom was dead. I didn't know his dad was, situation going down. I had no idea for all that stuff. So I felt that it was cool that as a person that hadn't really read the comics, to get some backstory to Barry Allen and understand where his life was. Because for me, that was much needed. Now, this wasn't like a setup movie or anything like that, but as far as a start to a movie, I was like, okay, perfect. So now I know the situation. His mom died. His dad got framed for it. And then now he's trying to figure out, he wants his life back. How can I get my mom alive? And realizes that he can go just run, kind of funny, but he can just run back in time and change the past. But doesn't realize how much of the past that actually changes, right? So this movie, again, for me, I thought it was great. Ezra Miller did fantastic. The only thing I didn't like about the movie was the amount of CGI they used, because they did 2 different Flashes, right? So Ezra Miller can only play physically one, so they had to CGI his face on another person's body, and you can tell, you could tell that person was CGI'd or AI'd, whatever you want to call it, on that person. And I didn't like it. Every single time I was looking, I found myself okay, that's Ezra Miller, that's the CGI person. And I was like, this isn't, it was kind of sloppy there a little bit. I would say, if I could notice it as just a regular moviegoer, then I feel like anybody can notice it. And especially people that review movies as seriously as they do. I won't say Rotten Tomatoes because all trash, but IMDb reviewers and other people. It was just, I don't know. That part of it, I was a little this is kind of trash. But everything else, I enjoy about the movie. Good action. You see, things go down. He goes back in time. He meets his former self. There was a lot of good comedic scenes in there, but then serious scenes and, understanding, the storyline. You see all these different multiverses. You get to see fun characters. Michael Keaton makes a return. And I understand why people love Michael Keaton now. Like, everybody always talks about the best Batman is Michael Keaton. Now, my Batman is I was about to say Robert Pattinson. That's not my Batman. Christian Bale's the Batman I grew up on, so technically he's my Batman if you want to call him that. But everybody always talks about how Michael Keaton is the best Batman, and so he's in the movie, plays Batman. But it was kind of funny to me. And most people didn't notice it. It's just me. I don't know. But he looked so small. Like he was 5'9", and he looked like he was like a buck 70, right? Maybe smaller than that. So the camera did a good job of hiding his shortness because Ezra Miller is like 5'11", 6 foot, so he's taller than him, and he's a little bit bigger as well. So it was interesting to see like how they kind of hid his short. Like he's 5'9" is not short. So let me not say that. People think I'm just being like I'm 6 foot. So just so you guys know. I say 6'1" to girls because every 5'11" guys is a 6 foot. So to girls, I'm 6'1" on Bumble, 6'1" jokes. But Ezra Miller is he just looks like he kind of towers over him, just like a lot bigger. So they kind of like hide it. But then anyways. So Michael Keaton did a great job as Batman. No, I loved him as Batman. But you have multiple different Batmans in the movie. They make appearances, right? You get to see Ben Affleck's Batman, Batfleck. You get to see George Clooney's Batman. You get to see Adam West's Batman. Right, you have all these different Supermans that happen as well, and a special appearance by Nick Cage, which is hilarious as well. So there's a lot of cool things that happen with the movie. A lot of different like multi-universes that collide together just to show like kind of an appreciation movie, if that makes sense. Because there's been so many different Batmans over the years, so many different Supermans over the years that they've done these different stuff. It's just kind of like an appreciation of these characters and what they've built within DC. So it's an enjoyable movie. I sat there for it's 2.5 hours, 2 hours like 20 minutes, something like that, and I enjoyed it. Like I didn't feel long. I thought it was a great movie. Have fun with my friends. And the funniest part of the movie was I don't know if it was Iris West asked out the Flash at the end of the movie. She was like, "Hey, you want to go on a date with me?" And I was with like 7 other guys. Every single one of them literally was like, that's the most unrealistic part of this movie is a girl shooting her shot with the dude, and I thought that was hilarious, right? I thought that it literally was so funny. And all the dudes were like, "There's no way that happens in real life." I know some girls do shoot their shot, and we appreciate you. But anyways, so I gave this movie a 7.8 out of 10. Coffee beans. Go watch it, check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Leave in the comments your opinion of the movie, your Ezra Miller take as well. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Comments.